said in this video, I'm going to introduce to us the data we are going to make use of. This data is going to be on my GitHub. My GitHub link is also down in the description below. It's also going to be on my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Instagram, and everything is at Ezee. It's on my LinkedIn. So if you're interested, you can get the data. So this data we're going. Let me go to this my file. This data is going to be this supermarket sales CSV. Let me remove this. Like this is not looking good, so I'm going to use our CSV. We open with CSV. So let me try to adjust the size of this. So let me shrink it a little bit. Okay, hope we can see it very well. So at my icon that is here is not going to block much, so we are just going to look at the data that we are currently going to make use of. See, we have something called invoice ID, branch, this city, Port Harcourt, customer type, regular. But before I will go on to explain and look at the other things that we need to look at here, this data was actually a supermarket sales data. Now that's the kind of data I generated with make use of NumPy and Pandas to actually generate all this kind of data. Actually, they are not actually real life example, but with this we can actually came to have idea of how these things work, especially for Nigerian brothers. So to be easy, by the time you see Port Harcourt and you see Lagos, I think it should be easy for you to understand and get familiar with it. Even also for people that are not from Nigeria, it's not actually with this branch and the city shouldn't be a problem for something you should get. It's hard for this is actually like a supermarket, like you went to a supermarket to buy things, how much you are being gotten from, how much the supermarket actually made, how much, and other things that follows it. This data is completely this is completely structured in the right way, but we still need to actually do some manipulation, because as we go on this series, we are still going to try to remove some, put some, to then try to analyze and put it in the right way. That's basically what we are going to do. So, but before that, let's look at the things we're having. All these guys on top here, they actually call the can say the table name. I don't think this should be hard for us to understand. It is actually the actual in row. This is actual row, and anything colon is down, from up to down, down up to down, row. And this entire data we have here is actually called data set. You can say data on its own. And there's also called some data. This rule is actually called data point. But I'm still going to talk about the terminology that is being used when it comes to all the data analysis and machine learning scenario. But we're still going to stick to this. Let me not make things even more complex than it already is for some people. So the invoice ID, you know what invoice ID, you're going to get the invoice when you buy something. And then we're going to branch. Let's assume that the branch is in Port Harcourt, and then the city is in Port Harcourt. This should be actually River State, Port Harcourt. But let's leave it like this. And they have the customer type, a regular type. Can say you're a member, the only two types. And then what gender are you on? Let's say female, in my case I'm male. Then the product category, one of product categories, that thing that you bought, what category does it belong to? Let's say now you bought laptop. You know that laptop is actually electronics. That shouldn't be hard. If you bought maybe something like a shoe, you know that shoe belongs to clothing category. That shouldn't be hard. And then we went there to go and buy rice, and we have is under that of groceries. And then the next thing, the unit price. When we look at the unit price, we're talking about unit means one. Means one bag of rice, or let's say one rice is 57.78. Unit price just how much one bag of rice is. And then we look at the quantity that you bought. You bought 9, so we're talking about the total price. Everything is 57.78 times 9. Let's bring up my calculator so we can understand everything right well. 57.78 times 9, and then we have 520. Each year we have 520.02, and then the date you bought it was 2023, 1st of January, and then day of the week was Sunday, and the month was January. Remember that 0101 means 1st of January 2023, and then the time he bought it was, is this 24th time format, not 12-hour time format. It's going to be 17 minus 12, which should be give us 5. So this 5 p.m. on Sunday, January 1st 2023, and the hours of the day was actually 10. And how did you pay? Because if you go to shops in Nigeria, you can make use of your debit card, you can make use of credit card. Even though credit card is rare, I didn't even know why I put credit card instead of debit card, and then maybe transfer, because that's what's commonly happening in Nigeria. And the next thing was actually rating about the product that you bought. 3 was rating the cost price for the product actually, because the cost price is actually different from the unit price. The unit price is what the company put for how much they are selling it. The company bought this product, this one bag of rice, at 34.14 naira, but they gave it as 57.78 naira. They actually eat a lot of things on your head, though. So they made profit of almost 185, because how they made the profit, when they times this 337, let's do that. So you bought 9 pieces, so you have 37 what times 14 times 9, and then we have 334, and then minus what 5. I mean, that was 5. We bought, that was total of how much it cost was 520. We have 520. Sorry, let me move this 520.02. So we're looking at 185. So they made profit of 185.73. Okay, that's actually 73, not 76, as you can see here. So there's no more difference. And then they gave you a discount of 13%. So 13% is going to be 0.13 times the amount of money you actually told to pay. So you actually told to pay 520 times 0.13. So that means they dashed you 667.6 naira. So minus 520. So now I'm going to pay 452.4 naira. So instead of you paying the full amount, so the salesperson ID, the person that sold it to you, this is his ID, and they're going to check whether the customer is loyal. You can say you are not loyal, maybe because they made too much profit on your head. That is not it. Maybe there's another thing, but I want to look at data we are going to make use of. This data we are going to make use of, like I explained, is going to be in that of CSV format. Now there are many type of format like that, XSL, that of Excel format, for that of other format data can be. But in our case, we are going to make use of this CSV format, because CSV format tends to be structured in the column and table in the best perfect way that we can make use of. Your data can be structured in any way, but I'm going to make use of this data too. We are going to analyze this data, because I cannot feed this data now to machine learning, because if I was to feed it to machine learning, some algorithm can be able to help me to tackle some problem that is there, like that, or whether the customer is loyal or not. Let's say that is my target. The machine learning can help me to do that, and also for this of the branch. So you can see, we are going to analyze data to turn this all to zeros and ones, because that's actually what our machine learning model actually understand. So I've said about concerning data we are going to make use of. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe will take money for your pocket. Also share and like. So I'll be happy to see you in the next video. We'll be trying to implement all these things about data analysis in Pandas. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.